Welcome class 6 again. Today's topic of discussion is permanent and temporary magnets. The magnets that you use in your speakers or any musical instruments which has speakers in it. Alright, these magnets, they're black in color. You must have seen them, you play with them so often. If it comes to you, you just try to play with them by pushing it, two pairs of magnets or attracting the magnets. These magnets are permanent magnets. That means they will remain magnets even if the source of their production, the source which made them a magnet, is removed. Whereas temporary magnets, I'll show you one example. Okay, this is a nail, iron nail. It will not behave as a magnet. You can test it. You bring it near some pins, small pins. It will not attract them. But you take a copper wire, a length of copper wire, and coil it around this iron. Like this. So you have this wire. The iron nail, you coil the wire around its length. Then you have two ends of it. Now, these two ends of copper wire, you take a battery, cell battery, which you use in your remotes or in your torch lights, those batteries. And one terminal you attach it on the top and one on the bottom. Bottom is negative, top is positive terminal. Attach it. And in this attached position, now next you bring some small iron pins near to this big nail. Now you will see that these pins, they will start sticking to this iron nail. That means this nail will start behaving as a magnet. So when does this nail behave as a magnet? When electricity through this battery is passed through it in this coil. So the coil carries electricity, this iron nail, the shaft of this iron nail acts as the core inside the coil, and then this iron nail behaves as a magnet. Now what will happen if I remove this battery? No more battery now. Will these small iron pins still cling or attach to this iron nail? No. Now again these will fall back, fall down. Okay, here are the pins. The pins will fall down once you remove the battery. So how long did this nail behave like a magnet? As long as electricity was passed into this coil where the nail acts as a core. Till the time current was passing through this core, then it started behaving like a magnet. So it's not a permanent magnet, as you can see. But you can try this at home also. You have nail, you have copper wire, and of course batteries are easy to find. You can use them and create your own magnets. So this is an example of a temporary magnet. Okay, when the battery you use, then it becomes as a magnet. Now this thing, this magnet, there is a use of this particular magnet that we use, temporary magnets. Even though its magnetic property doesn't remain when the electricity is removed. If you use, instead of one battery, two batteries, you attach this two ends of the coil with two batteries. Strength of this magnet will increase 2 times. 2 times stronger it will become. Okay. So more current you pass through it, more will be the strength of the magnet. With more power it will attract the pins. Also, let me count how many coils I have got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coils maybe. Okay. Here 10 coils I have given. Now these coils should be very close to each other, okay, no gap should be there. Now instead of 10 coils, if I take a longer wire and make 20 coils now. Before 10 coils were there. Now I have increased the number of coils. Then also the strength of the magnet will increase. Strength of this temporary magnet will increase. So you can increase the strength of the magnet by putting more batteries or more current supply, or by increasing the number of coils. Alright. So like this kind of magnets, the other name is electromagnet, because this magnet you have made it by passing electrons, current. So it is called as electromagnet. Okay, and they are temporary magnets. They behave as magnets only till the time you pass current through it. Okay, I hope you have understood this topic of permanent and temporary magnets. There is one more thing to note about permanent and temporary magnets. Permanent magnets are made with hard substances, whereas temporary magnets like this are made up of soft iron or soft metals. Now you will say, sir, how iron is soft? Iron can be bent. In that way it is softer. There are some other cast iron. Okay, if you try to if you try to bend them, they will break. But this one bends. Even if you twist and turn, it will bend. So soft iron is used for making temporary magnets, whereas hard substances are used to make permanent magnets. Alright, like you must have tried those. I said, those round shaped magnets which are behind speakers. If you try to bend them, they will break. So they are hard substances. Okay, they are hard substances. They are made up of hard substances, whereas temporary magnets are made up of soft iron, like this iron nail. Okay, the core that we select within the coil is a soft iron core. Next topic is about storing magnets. Now magnets can be stored and kept so that their magnetic properties are not destroyed sooner. Okay, we can keep a magnet for a long period of time. We can make a magnet stay as a magnet for a longer period of time if we do this. What is to be done? Like for example, here I have taken 2 bar magnets, and the method of storing magnets is you have to arrange the magnets like this: South pole, North pole, and here South pole, North pole. That means here South and North will face each other. Here North and South will face each other. That means the opposite poles should be facing each other. And then on the top and as well on the bottom, take 2 iron plates. Okay, these are 2 iron plates. We call them as soft iron cores, and cover them. Now iron will get attracted towards the magnet, and you know the strength of the magnet is stored maximum where? At the poles, right? So when you cover the poles with these soft iron cores on both sides of the magnet, of a bar magnet, then you are actually keeping the magnetic properties from escaping from these 2 magnets. So this is how we store magnets, by covering the poles of the magnets. And the poles of the 2 magnets are kept such that the opposite poles are facing each other. This pole south, this magnet south pole, and this magnet north pole. This magnet north pole and this magnet south pole facing each other, and then you cover it on both sides with soft iron cores. So this is for bar magnet. Now here I have shown a U-shaped magnet. Here also you have one side north and one side south. Here also you can take one soft iron core and you can cover both the poles this way and keep. If you keep it covered like this, then the poles will be prevented from losing their magnetic property, magnetic strength. Because the strength of a magnet, they are stored at the poles. If you cover the poles with the soft iron core, okay, iron plate, then you are actually preventing this magnet from getting demagnetized or losing its magnetic property. So this is how you can actually prevent magnets from getting demagnetized. Okay, now the last topic that is there in your book: when does a magnet become demagnetized? What is meaning of demagnetized? Magnet losing its magnetic property. There are 3 instances given. if you take a magnet and heat it or you expose it to sunlight, you are not covering it with soft iron plates and you are exposing it to sunlight. So excessive heat of the sun will destroy the magnetic property. Or if you put it in fire, then also its magnetic property will be lost. Then the second one is by hammering. You know, inside a magnet, the particles are arranged in such a way that one particle is of north, one is for south, then north, then south, north, south, north and south. Such is the arrangement of the particles. Remember, the poles of a magnet cannot be separated from each other. That characteristic of magnet. So here are the particles of the magnet arranged like that. If you take a hammer and you hammer the magnet, first of all there is chance of breaking the magnet. Secondly, these particles will disalign itself. Now they are all aligned, north pole, south pole, north pole and south pole. So when if you hammer the magnets, then the particles get disaligned. Their alignment breaks. So if their alignment breaks and they don't align like this, north pole and south pole, then north pole and south pole. If north pole, south pole, north pole, south pole, haphazard way if they align themselves, then it will not remain a magnet anymore. So the alignment of the particles is disturbed by hammering. And the third one is by which you can destroy a magnet's magnetic property or demagnetize it, is by exposing it to current. Any magnet, if you expose it to current or connect it with current, alternating current, okay, there are two types of current, direct current and alternating current. If alternating current is supplied, it destroys the magnetic property of that particular magnet. So these are the three ways by which you can actually demagnetize a magnet. So our syllabus is over for class 6. So in the next day, maybe I will solve the question answers for you and put it on WhatsApp. Thank you for attending these classes for physics. We will continue our classes for maths. Okay, by next week we will finish our syllabus. Thank you.